Hello everyone, welcome back to our Science and Technology Environment Current Affairs series for December 2025. This is part 1 where we start with the important updates of the December month 2025 in a fully exam oriented manner. So these current affairs are highly useful for UPSC, state PCS, SSC, banking and other competitive examination. So, without wasting any time, let's begin Science and Technology Current Affairs, December 2025, Part 1. So, first update is India's public health surveillance has taken a major leap with the Control. National Center for Disease Control introducing a citizen driven reporting mechanism for early detection of disease outbreaks. So, this new system enables people to flag unusual health events directly from there with the help of phones, giving authorities a crucial early warning window before infection is spread widely. So, it is very useful to get the early detection of disease outbreaks and it should be given directly from the phones. Citizen reporting through QR based submission. The mechanism centers on a QR code accessible through official health ministry and NCDC platforms, National Center for Disease Control platforms, as well as awareness material distributed across states. Once scanned, user can submit brief details about any event such as fever cluster, diarrhea, jaundice, dog bite, suspected food poisoning, or any unexplained health pattern. So there is also option is given to upload photos or short videos which help in strengthening field validation and speeds of assessment for early detection of disease outbreaks. About real-time dashboard alerts for rapid response, each submission moves instantly to district, then to state and national level also. Surveillance dashboards are there. Officer review the report, verify the event, and if needed, trigger investigation. This real-time flow helps reduce delays between community level symptoms and official detection. So senior officer described the tool as a critical addition during high risk region for dengue, influenza and waterborne infection. So new community disease reporting system NCDC and Ministry of Health, which is totally citizen based reporting, a scan which help in scanning QR code to report unusual health events launched in January 2024. Current status is approx 100 validated reports are nationwide reported. So these are help in giving instant alerts for disease outbreak detection. So NSPCD is National Surveillance Program for Communicable Disease is also there, which was launched in 1997-98 in 5 pilot districts of the country, extended to cover 101 districts in all 35 states and union territories in the countries. So states were the implementing agencies and NICD Delhi was a nodal agency. So based on outbreak reporting to the center. So about strengthening surveillance while safeguarding users. So this platform incorporates secure government servers. It help in incorporating secure government servers and national cyber security protocols to protect personal data. Automated filters and trained district teams screens out irrelevant or misleading submission. Authorities totally emphasize responsible use, noting that reliable citizen participation can significantly improve India's disease outbreak preparedness. Despite being active since 2024, the tool saw limited visibility, resulting in only around 100 validated reports so far. Officials believes broader awareness will increase participation, reinforcing the message that disease Prevention requires community vigilance alongside institutional response. So one liner recap, NCDC's community reporting system enables early disease outbreak alerts through community level participation, strengthening India's public health surveillance. Exam-oriented facts are the community reporting system operates under IDSP, Integrated Disease Surveillance Program. It was introduced nationwide in January 2024. Reports submitted through QR scan system are visible simultaneously at district, state, and national levels. At district, state, and national levels, this tool aims to detect or disease outbreaks before patient reach formal healthcare facilities. Prelims question: the community reporting system for disease outbreak alerts recently news has been introduced by which of the following institution? National Center for Disease Control and CDC. The primary objective of the community reporting system launched by NCDC is to enable community level early detection of any disease outbreaks. Main question: how can community based surveillance systems strengthen early detection and response to disease outbreaks in India? Discussed with reference to the community reporting system introduced by NCDC. Second update is obesity treatment or breakthrough. WHO endorsed GLP-1 drugs. GLP-1 drugs. The World Health Organization has issued its first guideline recommending GLP-1 therapies, which is a part of long-term obesity treatment, making a significant shift in global clinical practice. With over 1 billion people affected worldwide because of obesity, the agency aims to expand safe, evidence-based option while highlighting major challenges around affordability and equitable access. New conditional recommendation for obesity treatment. There are few new conditional recommendation for obesity treatment. WHO's guidelines includes two conditional recommendation: adults with obesity, excluding pregnant women's adult with obesity excluding pregnant women may use GLP-1 drugs for long-term management, and such therapies should be combined with a healthy diet and regular physical activity. The agency stresses that obesity requires lifelong comprehensive care and the medication alone cannot reverse the global burden. About rationale and concern behind the guidance, GLP-1 agonists like semaglutide, the tirzepatide and liraglutide have shown strong clinical benefits, but uncertainty remains around long-term high-dose use and system-level capacity to deliver treatment. Experts emphasize cautious adoption owing to question of cost, sustainability, and potential strain on healthcare system. So WHO notes that fewer than 10% of eligible individuals may access these therapies, GLP-1 drugs therapies, by 2030 under current production trends. So general recommendation for GLP-1 drugs, national supports are there, baseline assessment before starting GFT are also there, and then weight to lose phase on GBT up to 12 months of the guidelines are there, and then weight lose maintain on GBT. It means GBT, it means to 12 months with monitoring every 6 to 12 months. There are few adverse opposite event playback is also there: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, excessive weight loss are also there. So GLP-1 RAS satiety is there, caloric intake, body weight reduce, satiety will increase, and then calorie intake and body weight decrease, insulin resistance decrease, plasma glucose levels, glucose and secretion by isolate alpha cell decrease, insulin secretion by isolate beta cell increase. Now, GLP-1 RAS adipose tissues influx of ATC, also their adipose insulin resistance will decrease, lipolysis decrease, TNF alpha, IL-6, leptin, adenine, and actin increase. Incretin effect and gastric emptying. So, incretin effect will increase and gastric empty decrease. Fatty liver, about the de novo lipogenesis take place, hepatic glucose production, hepatic insulin sensitivity will increase, oxidative stress will decrease, satellite cell activation will decrease. So WHO guidelines on GLP-1 drugs for obesity about GLP-1 increase insulin secretion, reduce appetite. WHO guidelines condition use of liraglutide, semaglutide, tirzepatides. Diet and physical activity must be needed. There are three pillar strategy are there. Strong population policies, targeted screening should be also there. Health equity and gap, limited access, affordability, and map not be scale. So three pillar strategy are strong population policy, targeted screening, lifelong personal centered care. Obesity data is 1 billion people worldwide. Since 2024 and 163 millions in India, projected by 163 million in India, projected by 2030, according to WHO. About equity, affordability, and supply changes, access barrier represent WHO principal concern. There is high demand, limited manufacturing capacity, and premium pricing risk widening health inequalities. The agency warns that without coordinated global action, GLP-1 drugs could not deepen disparities. The agency warns that without coordinated global action, GLP-1 drugs could deepen disparities, could deepen increase differences between and within nations. Expansion of production, affordability strategies, and pooled procurement models similar to mechanism used in major public health programs are strongly encouraged. So expansion of production of GLP-1 drugs, affordability, pooled procured models, these are all also encouraged for GLP-1 drugs. The guidelines built up on WHO earlier moved to add GLP-1 medicine GLP-1 medicine to the essential medicine list for diabetes, before diabetes in high risk group. In 2026, the organization plans to work with government to prioritize access for population with the highest need, with obesity related economic cost projected to reach $3 trillion annually by 2030. So, one-liner recap, WHO endorsed GLP-1 therapies for obesity management while highlighting affordability and access barrier, especially in low and middle income countries. So, exam-oriented facts are WHO issued its first guideline on GLP-1 therapies for obesity in 2025. The recommendation covers semaglutide, tirzepatides, liraglutide. Eligibility focuses on adult with basal metabolic rate greater than 30, excluding pregnant women. Fewer than 10% of eligible people may receive GLP-1 treatment by the year 2030. Prelims question, GLP-1 receptors agonist recently endorsed by WHO for obesity management primarily act by suppressing appetite and delaying gastric emptying. It is a mechanism involved to take care for obesity management, to suppress appetite and delay gastric emptying. The World Health Organization has flagged which major concern regarding GLP-1 based obesity therapies. Limited access and high cost in low and middle income countries. Main questions, while GLP-1 based therapies represent a major advancement in obesity management, equitable access remains a challenge. Discussed in context of WHO recent endorsement. Next update is artificial intelligence enters weather forecasting, improving local monsoon prediction. The government has implemented an artificial intelligence enabled the government has implemented an artificial intelligence enabled pilot to improve local monsoon one set forecasting for farmers ahead of the Kharif 2025 season. This initiative conducted with the Development Innovation Lab India. It demonstrates how advanced modeling can support agricultural planning at a scale. About blended artificial intelligence model for local forecast, the pilot used an open source blended models combining Google Neural GCM, ECMWF's artificial intelligence forecasting system and 125 years of IMD rainfall data. The system generated probabilistic forecast for local monsoon on one set, information important for determining optimal sowing dates. Disseminating through M Kisan portal. These are or disseminating with the help of M Kisan portal. Localized forecasts were delivered via SMS through M Kisan platform to 3.88 crore farmers across 13 states. Messages were issued in Hindi, Odia, Marathi, Bangla, and Punjabi to ensure accessibility. The initiative focused exclusively on forecast delivery with no financial attendant. Farmers response and about farmers response and behavior impact. Post forecast feedback surveys were conducted through Kisan Call Center in Madhya Pradesh and Bihar. Findings indicated that 31 to 52% of surveyed farmers adjusted their agriculture decision, particularly by modifying preparation practices, sowing timelines, crop choices, and input issues. About government's push for tech-driven agriculture, Minister of State for Agriculture Ramnath Thakur informed the Lok Sabha that the pilot project shows strong potential for artificial intelligence-driven advisory system to support climate-smart agriculture and improve decision-making for millions of farmers. So, Vulnerary Recap is an artificial intelligence-based pilot project aims to improve local monsoon onset forecasting by analyzing large weather data set, helping agriculture and disaster preparedness. Exam-oriented facts, artificial intelligence model blended neural GCM, ECMWF, AIFS, and 125 years of IMD, Indian Meteorological Department rainfall data. Forecast sent to over 3.88 crore farmers in 13 states with the help of M Kisan portal. 5 languages are used: Hindi, Odia, Marathi, Bengali, Punjabi. 31 to 52% farmers altered planting decision based on the forecast. Prelims question: the primary purpose of using artificial intelligence in monsoon onset forecasting is to enhance local level accuracy using large weather data sets. Which of the following advantages is most associated with artificial intelligence based weather forecasting models? It has ability to process large multi-source data sets in real time. Mains questions discuss how artificial intelligence can improve local level monsoon onset forecasting and significance for agriculture and disaster management in India. Next update is stem cell based treatment for knee osteoarthritis, Cyplostem. So Cipla has introduced Cyplostem, which is an innovative cell based therapy. Cyplostem is an innovative cell-based therapy for knee osteoarthritis. It is marking a major milestone in India's orthobiologic treatment landscape. So it was approved by Drug Controller General of India. The therapy provides a disease-modifying option for patients with grade 2 and grade 3 osteoarthritis and promises longer lasting relief than conventional symptomatic treatments. So Cipla has introduced Cyplostem. Breakthrough in breakthrough in orthobiologic medicine. It was developed in partnership with STEM Purotech Research. Cyplostem represents Cipla's significant entry into advanced regenerative therapies. So it aims to address the substantial unmet medical need in a country where millions suffer from progressive knee degeneration, often with limited treatment avenues that halt or to decrease or slow disease progression. There are few rising burden of knee osteoarthritis. Knee osteoarthritis affects more than 40 million people in India, with increasing incidence observed even among younger adults also. Existing options such as analgesic, physiotherapy, and viscosupplementation. Viscosupplementation typically offer only short-term relief. So viscosupplementation is a process that involves injection of hyaluronic acids to treat pain, stiffness, and inflammation associated with arthritis. There is a lack of durable disease modifying intervention has created demand for therapies to develop other treatments, which is an innovative cell-based therapy, which gives mobility and reduce the reliance on surgical process. About mechanism and clinical promises of Cyclostem. Cyclostem is administered given as a single intra-articular injection that works at the cellular level. It reduces inflammation, alleviates pains, and help preserve cartilage integrity, and thereby improving joint mobility. So clinical studies indicate potential benefits lasting up to 2 years, positioning the therapy as a substantial advancement over routine pain management strategies for osteoarthritis patients. About industry outlook and clinical adoption, CIPLA expects therapy to integrate into routine clinical practices as a validated regenerative option for orthopedic specialists. By offering sustained system relief and cartilage preservation, Cyclostem may reduce the need for invasive procedures and reshape treatment pathways for chronic knee degeneration in India. So, one liner recap: Cipla launches Cyclostem, which is a stem cell-based therapy which aimed at regenerative treatment of knee osteoarthritis. Exam-oriented facts are: Cyclostem is developed by Stempiotic Research and marketed by Cipla. So the therapy is approved for grade 2 and grade 3 knee osteoarthritis patient. DCGI has authorized its clinical use in India. Benefits have been observed to last for up to 2 years. So, Cyclostem recently news is associated with the treatment of which medical condition? Knee osteoarthritis. New knee osteoarthritis. Arthritis. Stem cell therapy such as Cyclostem is primarily based on which principle? Replacing damaging tissue through regenerating potential. Through regenerative potential. Main question is discuss the significance of a stem cell based therapies in the management of degenerative diseases like osteoarthritis with reference to Cyclostem. So replacing damaged tissue through regenerative potential. Next update is Alaknanda, one of the oldest spiral galaxies discovered by Indian scientists. Indian astronauts have identified a fully developed ancient galaxy named is Alaknanda. It is a finding that challenges long-held theories about early cosmic evolution. Detected using James Webb Space Telescope. James Webb Space Telescope, the galaxy displays a mature spiral structure despite having formed when the universe was only 1.5 billion years old. Early formation of a mature spiral galaxy is there. Alaknanda dates back 12 billion years, placing it an era where galaxies were generally small, unstable, and irregular in form. So it's about 12 billion years back. Contrary to this expectation, the newly identified system show a grand design spiral pattern similar to the Milky Way. Researchers observed two symmetric arms emerging from a central disk, wrapping around a bright bulge. So the discovery, Indian contribution to high redshift astronomy. The discovery was made by scientists at the National Center for Radio Astrophysics of the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Pune. Detailed examination revealed classic spiral features including beads on strings, the star cluster along its arms. The galaxy spans around 30,000 light years and contains roughly 10 billion stars with star formation which is occurring significantly faster than in the Milky Way. Implication for galaxy formation in models. There are few implications also there. Current model suggests that the large spiral galaxy require several billion years to develop stable disk. Alaknanda's early maturity indicates that galaxy assembly in the young universe proceeded far more rapidly than the previously believed. Its mass, estimated at 10 billion times than that of Sun, appears to have accumulated within a few hundred million years ago. About the future research prospect, astronomers plan further observation with the help of James Webb Space Telescope and the ELMA facility in Kyle to refine estimates of the galaxy composition and evolution. The discovery contributes to a growing body of evidence suggesting that organized large-scale galaxy which emerged far earlier in cosmic history than standard theories predicted. So exam-oriented facts are Alaknanda formed when the universe was about 10% of its current age. The galaxy lies roughly 12 billion light years from Earth. It exhibits a grand design spiral structure which is similar to the Milky Way. Star formation in Alaknanda occurs 20-30 times faster than in the Milky Way. Frequently asked question: what are galaxy made up of star, planet, gas, dust, dark matter, all bound together by gravity. What is Alaknanda? Alaknanda is well-formed spiral galaxy discovered by NCRA TIFR researchers using JWST data. It existed when the universe was around approximately 1.5 billion years old and lies about 12 billion light years away. Where is the Milky Way located in the cosmic way? It is Milky Way is a part of the local group, sits near the Virgo cluster and is within the Laniakea supercluster. So researchers at NCRA TIFR Pune using JWST data have discovered Alaknanda, a well-formed spiral galaxy that existed when the universe was only 1.5 billion years old. So the galaxy lies 12 billion light years away and resembles the Milky Way, challenging theories that early galaxies were chaotic and unstructured. Prelims question: the ancient spiral galaxy Alaknanda, recently identified by Indian researchers, is significant because it formed very early in the history of universe. Prelims question: concept based: the discovery of an ancient spiral galaxy like Alaknanda challenges existing theory mainly related to timeline of a spiral galaxy formation. Main question is: what is the significance of the discovery of ancient spiral galaxy Alaknanda for understanding early galaxy formation in the universe? Next update is Megaloblata longipannis, world's largest cockroach species. Megaloblata longipannis, the world's largest long-winged cockroach, continued to intrigue scientists due to its remarkable size, evolutionary history, and adaptation to rainforest ecosystem. It was found in the tropical forest of Peru, Ecuador, and Panama. This genus has attracted entomologists since the late 19th century. About record breaking, it has record breaking size and appearance. The world's largest known winged cockroach, Megaloblata longipannis, according to global records, a preserved female specimen measure 97 millimeter in length, 45 millimeter in width, with the species capable of reaching wingspan of up to 20 centimeter. So typical cockroaches are very small, much smaller, making Megaloblata a true giant of its kind. So these insects have elongated flattened bodies, broad protecting pronotomes and strong spinned legs. So it include a rigid top, their wings include a rigid top pair and thin functional lower pair, enabling short gliding flights, helping to glide short gliding. It has short gliding flights. About taxonomy and classification, Megaloblata belongs to the kingdom Animalia and phylum Arthropoda. It is categorized under Insecta and cockroach order Blatodia. Within the superfamily Blaberoida, it's fall under the family Ictoblidae and subfamily Nikitivoridae. Members of this family often have flexible egg cases, and some species exhibit wood feeding habits. The genus was first discovered in 1887 by German entomologist Heinrich Dorn. About historical research and behavior insights, the scientific understanding of the genus have evolved over decades. Initial confusion was also there with related genera was classified as more specimens were collected across Central and South America. A notable 1982 study showed that nymphs of Megaloblatta blaberoides can produce loud defensive sound by rubbing abdominal structures. Behavior and distribution studies throughout the 20th century helped define species boundaries more accurately. About sex determination and habitat adaptation, sexual dimorphism is evident. Males possesses longer beaks for better gliding and often occupy higher canopy zones, while females are broader with larger abdomens for egg carrying. Size variation also occur in both sexes across habitats, with individual in richer rainforest environments generally larger. The species' elongated flexible body structure and nocturnal behavior enables efficient movement through bark, leaf litters, and narrow forest spaces. So one liner recap is Megaloblata longipennis is the world's largest cockroach species found mainly in Central America, highlighting insect biodiversity. Exam-oriented facts: Megaloblatta longipennis is the world's largest wing cockroach. Maximum recorded specimen 97 millimeter long, with wing span up to 20 centimeter. Genus first described in the year 1887. Described in the year 1887 by Heinrich Jones. Members can produce defensive sounds, especially in nymphal stage. Prelims question: Megaloblatta longipennis, recent in use, is known for being the world's largest cockroach species. Megaloblatta longipennis is primarily found in which region? Central America and parts of South America. GS paper 3 main question is why are discoveries and documentation of lesser known insect species important for biodiversity conservation and ecological balance? Next update is AstroSat's UVIT completes 10 years of scientific excellence. Indian Institute of Astrophysics has celebrated 10 years, a decade of successful operation of the Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope. UVIT, the flagship payload of AstroSat. A one-day workshop in Bangalore, conducted in Bangalore, highlighted UVIT's scientific therapy, technical achievement, and its role in shaping India's future ultraviolet space mission. AstroSat and a milestone for UV astronomy. AstroSat, which was launched in 2015, it carries multi-wavelength instruments spanning ultraviolet to hard X-ray bands. So, ultraviolet imaging telescope activated in November 2015 stand out as India's first UV space telescope. It remains one of the few global facilities capable for far ultraviolet observation aside from Hubble Space Telescope. Ultraviolet astronomy dependent on space-based platforms due to atmospheric absorption has benefited enormously from UVIT's operation longevity. About design, development, and operational capabilities of UVIT, designed by IIA, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, at its Hazakote campus. UVIT consists of two co-aligned telescopes, one for near ultraviolet and visible bands, another dedicated to far ultraviolet. The mission was built through a national partnership involving IIA, IUCA, TIFR, several ISRO centers, and contribution from the Canadian Space Agency. A dedicated clean room, the MGK Menon Laboratory, was created also at IIA, Indian Institute of Astrophysics, to assemble a sensitive component, and a payload operation center was also established for data handling and performance monitoring. About scientific discoveries and global impact, UVIT's high spatial resolution, which is better than 1.5 acre seconds, and wide field of view have made it a powerful tool for studying stellar population, galaxies, and energetic cosmic events. So these are the advantages of UBIT's high spatial resolution, which are beneficial for studying stellar population, galaxies, and energetic cosmic events. That is, telescope has observed 1,451 celestial targets and contributed to nearly 300 research papers and 19 doctoral theses. Key results include the discovery of hot companion stars of B stars, blue stellar stars, extended UV disk in dwarf galaxies, structures in planetary nebulae, novae in the Andromeda galaxy, and UV emission from galaxies at redshift 1.42. So these are the key result of UBITs. About future direction and INSIST program, the works of outline plans for INSIST, India's proposed next generation ultraviolet spectroscopic and imaging space telescope, building on more than 2 decades of expertise from UBIT program. This initiative aims to expand India's capacity in high precision UV astronomy. So updated science-ready UBIT images could continue to be achieved on ISRO Pradhan platform for global researchers. Exam-oriented facts are UBIT activated on 30 November 2015 as part of AstroSat. So UVIT offers spatial resolution better than 1.5 arc seconds. Instrument has observed 1,451 celestial targets and supported approximately 300 papers. Mission developed by IIA with which contributions from IUCAA, TIFR, ISRO, and CSA. Next update is India's BharatGen AI system initiative. India has begun a major push to build its own sovereign artificial intelligence ecosystem with the launch of BharatGen Technology Foundation at IIT Bombay. So this initiative aims to develop a large language model tailored to India's multilingual and multicultural environment, reflecting regional accent, scripts, and communication patterns. About establishment of BharatGen at IIT Bombay, the foundation was registered at the Power campus on 7th November 2025. It marks significant expansion of IIT Bombay's role beyond academics into national-scale AI development. The goal is to produce an indigenous model capable of understanding and generating content across more than 28 Indian languages in text and speech. About government support and funding, the project has received substantial central support. The Department of Science and Technology has provided 235 crore, while the Ministry of Electronics and IT has allocated 1,000 1,058 crore under the Indian Artificial Intelligence Mission. So this backing is intended to improve the transition from research prototype to deployable artificial intelligence systems. About academic collaboration and model deployment, BharatGen is working with a consortium that includes leading IITs and triple IITs. It plans to release lightweight distilled version of its model to enable startups, researchers, enterprises to integrate advanced artificial intelligence without heavy computational cost. So this approach is designed to improve, to widen access and reduce barriers for innovation. So India's vision for a sovereign artificial intelligence backbone, the long-term aim is to create national AI infrastructure that support language technology suited to India's diversity. So by offering scalable tools, the initiative seeks to empower development to produce application aligned with the country's linguistic and cultural needs. Exam-oriented fact, the BharatGen Technology Foundation was registered on 7th November 2025. Initiative is housed at IIT Bombay's Bombay campus. Funding include rupees 235 crore from DST and rupees 1,058 crore from ET. The project targets over 22 Indian languages for artificial intelligence development. One liner recap: the Indian Institute of Astrophysics celebrated 10 years of AstroSats UVIT, highlighting India's achievement in space-based ultraviolet astronomy.